Assalamualaikum and hello YouTube. My name is Nur Muhammad from NMWatch, and we are back with an initial review of this most, I think, long-awaited San Martin SN0054. Right, so one look at this particular piece and you guys will know what it is an homage of. I'm not going to be mentioning any brand name nowadays because it's quite it's quite dangerous, and it is quite risky for me to mention. But you guys know what this is an homage, or what it is homaging, right? So let's just call that watch the Pro, right? So okay, so immediately you can see that the box that it came with is in a black box, so that's a bit different. So comparing to the previous green color, so it still comes in that YouTube style box though, but still that thing takes quite a lot of space, especially if you guys have tons of San Martin as me. But still not that bad, right? So let's just check this sapphire crystal, because my my diamond selector 2, the battery is almost I think it's dying already. So let's just confirm whether it is a sapphire crystal. Yep, that is definitely a sapphire crystal. So that's just turn this thing off, and let's do a quick dimension check, right? So I've took out 2 links from this particular bracelet, old style bracelet, and let's just measure the case diameter. So let's just measure from the bottom of the case to see, because in the specification mentioned that this is in 39 millimeters. I think maybe I can measure it from here, right? So 39 millimeters, whether that is correct or not. So let's just confirm that. So yep, 39 millimeters on the case, but on the bezel, this non-rotating bezel, right? So it is actually 40 millimeters, right? So oh my god, right, 40 millimeters. So I've never personally handled the Pro on in my hands before, but from the videos that I see, I think that the bezel on the Pro is not protruding out, such as this SN0054. That's the difference, number one, right? So the thickness is about 12.8, so this is definitely a whole lot thinner compared to the Pro, right, which comes at 14.6. but the lug to lug of this particular thing is a little bit long, at I think at about 48.6, right? 48.6. So the Pro comes at about 47.5, I think. So this is quite a big wearing watch compared to the Pro, right? So those are a few differences, and the crown size is about 7 millimeters, so that is good. And let's just check the weight on this particular thing. I like I mentioned just now, I've removed 2 links out of this old style bracelet, right? So let's just check how much does it weigh. So that is about 140 grams, so that is good weight, good size, and okay. So immediately when we see this watch, right, so when basically they announced that San Martin announced that they will be producing this watch like around April, and there is a rendering. They show us the rendering of this particular watch, but when they start to show the actual watch that is going to be sold on AliExpress stores, some of my viewers became upset, because the rendering compared to the actual watch is different, especially on the loom that they choose to use, right? So the renderings mention that looks like it is using a much brighter loom or much brighter printing indices, but the actual watch is using a much orange loom, right? So that's what makes it sad. Some people said, right? So some people also mentioned, when I show the pictures of this particular watch, some people also mentioned that why is this watch a GMT watch but it doesn't have any dates, right? So I have that question of also, because the movement that is being used by this particular watch is using a Hangzhou something movement. I can't really remember the name. So it is a GMT movement with a date wheel and 28,800 beats per hour, which is, it has a date wheel, and why don't they put it? But so maybe San Martin is going to have to go for that in a clean aesthetic look. So it is what it is, guys, right? So anyway, so other than that, what are the other niggles, right? Other than the this orangey loom that is being used here, other than that, I don't really think they have any. My viewers mention anything else other than that, right? So, and of course, some of the viewers welcome the this O style bracelet rather than the rivet style bracelet on the Pro, but I honestly prefer the rivets on the Pro because yeah, I think that looks cool. But still, I can live with this O style bracelet, right? So anyway, let's just go through even deeper onto the dial. So it is featuring this matte black dial with those printed indices in a little bit of an orange, but it is not as bad as you think, because San Martin has already used this particular lume on another watch, which is wristwatch check for today. This is my San Martin SN004 version 3. We have this what do you call this, leather dial, right? So leather dial with I'm using it on this equally beautiful San Martin leather strap, right? So you can see that the lume on both of these piece is basically the same with that, you know, orangey tone to it, right? So yeah, it doesn't look bad here, and I don't think it looks that bad on this watch as well, right? So anyway, let's just put it back there, and the logo is now printed, San Martin hexagon logo, and we have that GMT GMT printed in yellow, or is it orange? Yeah, that's definitely yellow. And automatic is printed in orange hue, which is similar to these indices, right? So the hour hands, hour hands is featuring that. You know what? Let's just do that 10-10 thingy. let's just do that 10-10 thingy right there, right? So the hour hands is featuring that beautifully done snowflake hands, and based on the photo that has that San Martin sent to me, I thought that it was a silver colored hands, but it is actually gilt color. So that is of course another difference point compared to the Pro. So all of the hands that you see here, excluding the GMT hand, are done in gilt, which is, it is quite unique for San Martin. Our hands is in gilt, second hands is in gilt pencil style, and of course the snowflake hands on the second hands are also gilt, and they have also retained the matte black finishing at the end of the second hands, and also at the end of each of these hands, to makes the floating look of these hands, right? So of course the GMT hands is done in yellow, so yeah, that is mimics the Pro. All right, so and the minute track indices are all printed in the same hue, same tone as the indices, right? So, and of course we have this brush bezel, fixed bezel here, and you can see that the finishing of the brush finishing is not circular, but rather what do you call this, going out from inner into outside. I'm not really sure what to call this brush finishing, but it is very, very nicely done, right? So you can see that the transition between the bezel, and we have just a tad of this polish finishing on the side of the bezel, which has this slope design to it, and yeah, and the tolerance on this bracelet is very, very tight, so there's no wiggles whatsoever. And of course we have another polished chamfered edge on the case, which looks very, very nice, right? So the crown is using this San Martin stamp crown, hexagon logo, and when we push, I think I should show you how the watch works, right? So the hands, you can, of course, the outer position, you adjust the hands, right? So but if you take one click out, so normally if you turn this to the clockwise, you will change the date, right? So I don't feel any date wheel clicking on this particular piece, so I think they have removed the date wheel. But if you turn it counterclockwise, you can see that GMT hands jumps, right? So one click turns 1 hour, one click turns 1 hour, and it is rotating backwards. That is unique how do you call this, feature of the Hangzhou movement. I don't know why they do that, but still it is what it is. And let's say I want to point this one to the GMT on England, the meridian, Greenwich Mean Time, so that will be -8 hours. So I am what where are we, 10 p.m. 22 -8, that will be 14. I should bring it back here, right? So yeah, that is how it looks, right? And screwing it back in, very, very nicely done. So there's no wiggle whatsoever on the crown, so the crown position is very nice. But you can see here, if you see from top, so there's no visual gap on from the top, but if you see from the back, there's a little bit of gap there, but it is not really a big concern in my opinion. Right, so let's talk a bit more about the bracelet. So yeah, this is featuring their San Martin excellent style bracelet, so there's no sharp edges on the side, which is very good. Screwed links, I took one link from here, one link from here, and of course we have this dual push clasp with this 4 micro adjust, and we have that San Martin hexagon logo, and of course we have this milk swing arm. And the case back is a very simple, no writing, no engraving whatsoever. And I applaud San Martin for using a flat case back here rather than using this style of case back. We see that we have another step here, but this one they're using a flatter one, so very nice. All right, so let's just put this watch on the wrist and see how it looks like on my skinny 6.75 inch wrist, or 170 centimeters. So my limit is 53 millimeters from here to here, but yeah, still 48.5 is not that bad. So you can see that there is a little bit of gap here, but of course this case is going down. Oh, one more thing, so sorry, the side case is also brush compared to the Pro, which has a fingerprint and scratch magnet polish finishing on the side. So yeah, that is why one of the advantages of this San Martin SN0054. right, so let's answer the most important question today, is the loom grade, right? So yep, that is one of the answers that you are going to get tonight, guys. So let's just charge both of them. I have tested this watch, this SN0054, for about 2 days now, so I can say that it is a good watch, albeit a wee bit too expensive at $350, but still you can get a discount during the AliExpress end of summer sales. Are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, boom. Alright, so as you can see here, both loom on both of these watches performs brilliantly. And yeah, you can't really knock San Martin on their loom application, guys. They are as good as Seiko, I think, right? So yeah, you can see that the indices on the SN0054 is a whole lot bigger compared to the SN004. So this one is using that maxi dial style, right, in my opinion, right? So in summary, so should you guys get this particular watch, right? So you know what, if you want to save what, $3,750 on, sorry, $3,650 on the over the real thing, yeah, this is a good option. But yeah, you know what, if only you can get over the that orangey loom that is being used on this particular piece, right? So and of course one more thing is the dead wheel, right? So because the Pro is has a dead wheel on the 3 o'clock here, so yeah, and yeah, I think that's the only two consideration points, right? So for me, it scratched the itch, so I don't really want to spend $4,000 for the Pro, but yeah, 350, yeah, it is still in my under that that $500 threshold that I usually go for, right? So what do you guys think of this particular piece? If you guys want to get it during the AliExpress end of summer sales, which will be happening at the end of August, so please use my discount code NMWatch010 to get 10% off. Of even if you want to use it now, you can still use that particular discount code. But yeah, still do let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts on this particular piece, right? So one more thing, this one comes with another dial version, which is actually silver, right? So silver dial with this orange loom. So I'm not really into that kind of combination, so I still think this is a much better looking dial in my opinion. But yeah, still, what do you guys think of that dial as well, right? So if you guys like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you want to see more future video reviews such as this one, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Stay safe and bye bye.